Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 3 in Financial Crimes 1. This is week 4. Sorry. I was reading week 3 on the screen. Week 4 in Financial Crimes 1. This is Professor Dunaway. I hope you're all having a great weekend and that you had a great week 3. I graded your discussion forum posts, the ones that were due last Sunday, and I continue to like what I see. I love the interaction, so please, please, please keep that up. Same comments I made previously. If you're losing points, it's because they weren't timely. There are no extensions for the discussion forum, so if you don't post by the deadlines, you will lose points. And if your posts aren't robust, if you're not continuing the conversation, you'll lose points. And when needed, if you're not tying it to the class materials and using citations, you will lose points. So those are the main things I'm seeing. But overall, again, I'm really, really happy with the interaction. So please, again, keep that up throughout the rest of this term. So I'm posting this on Sunday, the 29th. So your first assignment is due this evening by 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. So make sure that if you have not already requested an extension, that you get them in by the deadline. Otherwise, you will receive a late penalty. And I will get those grades posted by Wednesday evening, hopefully sooner, but by Wednesday evening. All right, so last week, week 3, we ended our money laundering discussion. So as always, you want to, at least in my opinion, kind of begin and end each week with the learning objectives to make sure that you're on track. So by the end of week 3, you should be able to evaluate Richard Gordon's arguments on the effectiveness of the current anti-money laundering regime and also critique the criteria that he used in his arguments and his proposed solutions and its probable effectiveness. So again, if you have a good handle on those, then you're in a good place for week 3. There were 3 articles we wanted you to take a look at. I didn't receive any questions, so I'm assuming that you all were able to locate the 3rd article in Lexis. That we had 2 posted and then a 3rd one with the citation. So I think everybody was able to find that okay. And then there were 4 videos that Dr. Monroe posted. So that last week kind of ended our money laundering discussion. This week, week 4, we move on to terrorist financing. Again, another interesting topic in my opinion. So if we click into the learning objectives for this week, so for week 4, you want to be able to name and discuss the similarities and dissimilarities between money laundering and terrorist financing. You want to be able to determine the effectiveness of the AML regime against terrorist financing. And then finally, evaluate alternative responses to terrorist financing. So those will be the learning objectives for this week. Keep those in mind as you're working through the materials. So for week 4, if you click into the reading, you'll see that there are 2 articles posted, 2 PDFs, and then number 3 here, it says FATF News. So if you go into the link that says FATF News, you'll get this, and it says you are trying to launch and secure content. If you just click on this right here, it'll take you to this piece right here. So it took me a moment to see that that was a link, so a hyperlink. So just make sure that you click on that to get to what you need to read for this week. So again, there'll be the 3 things, the 3 items, the 2 that we posted, the PDFs, and then click into FATF News, which as you'll see on my screen here, oops, jump down, where it says FATF News. If you click on that, it'll take you to that screen I just showed you where you click on that link at the top. So that's your reading for week 4. And then there's 2 videos posted here. Terrorist financing is Dr. Monroe video, and then there's a video by Professor Richard Gordon on national security law. So we'd like you to take a look at that as well for week 4. And then next week, week 5, we will begin our discussion of bribery and corruption, as you'll see here. Again, this is a 2-week subject, so bribery and corruption week A, part A in week 5, and bribery and corruption part B in week 6. So that'll be what's coming up for you. So for this week, again, your assignment is due this evening. Posting this again on the 29th, Sunday, so your assignment is due this evening. And then going into week 4, starting tomorrow, you want to post in the discussion forum, do the reading that I just went over, watch the 2 videos, and then optional office hours this week are, again, with Dr. Monroe, Wednesday, 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. So I think that's everything. Short and sweet video, just going over where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. If you have any questions, please, again, feel free to email me or Dr. Monroe. It's been fairly quiet with the questions, so it seems like everybody's plugging along with the new platform and getting everything done, so that's great to see. Hopefully you're enjoying the class. I think, as I've mentioned, this is one of my favorites. I think it's fascinating each time, and hopefully you're enjoying the materials and your other students' interactions as well. So hope you all have a great week, and again, email me with any questions, and I will be talking to you soon. Thanks, everybody.